Today I'm going to give you an example of how you can teach a Bible story using a variety of techniques to make the story come alive in a variety of ways. First of all, I'd like to share a bit of context when I'm going to teach a story. So what I would do with this story particularly is I'd say Luke wrote this story down for us. He was a follower of Jesus. And here's some information. It actually took place in about the year 6 to 4 BC. Now, if it's the year 2016, how many years ago would that have been? And of course, my mathematicians get really going and thinking on it, and I put the answer here, and yes, about 22 years ago, this event happened, and Luke wrote about it. And it took place in a city called, or a village then, called Nazareth, which still exists today in the country of Israel. And the person in the story that we're going to learn about is a girl named Mary, and then an angel turns up. So then I go about sharing the story with Bible storytelling. Let me tell you about a girl named Mary. She was engaged to a man named Joseph. Well, early one morning, God surprised Mary, and he sent an angel to her. "Hello, Mary. God is with you." Mary was afraid. She was confused, wondering, what did all this mean? "Don't be afraid, Mary. God is pleased with you. You're going to have a baby boy, and he is going to be God's son. His name will be Jesus. God will make him great. He'll be a king, and his kingdom will last forever and ever." Well, Mary listened to all this, and she asked, "But how? I'm not even married yet." And then the angel told her how. God's Holy Spirit will come down and rest on you. That is why the child will be called the Son of God. Nothing is impossible with God. And you know what, Mary? Your cousin Elizabeth, the one who's really old, who's never been able to have children, she is going to have a baby in 3 months' time. You see, Mary, nothing is impossible with God. Well, after hearing all this, guess what Mary did? She believed. And she said, "I am God's servant. Whatever God says, I will do." And then the angel left her. After I've told this story through Bible storytelling, I could tell it again that way. Or another thing I could do is show a clip from the Nativity movie, and there's a link that I'll put down below that does just this section. It's fantastic to watch. Or the other thing you can do is they could get their Bibles out and you could do guided reading together, or you could put the Bible up on the smartboard and read it together, the actual text. So they're becoming familiar with the text in many different ways. Then after that, I said, "Okay guys, I want you to help me, and I want to get you guys to kind of act out the story." And this is when it gets really exciting. So what I have done is I have put statements or little parts to this story in my little grab bag here, and I've put different parts on slips of paper. And so I said, who wants to tell the story in front of the class? And so they all put their hands up, and then I hand out a slip of paper, and it's numbered 1 to 9, and then they all get up there, and then I share with them how I want them to tell us the story. Early one morning, God surprised Mary and sent an angel to her.
"Hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid." "Don't be afraid, Mary. Don't be afraid, Mary. Do not be afraid, Mary.
God is with you. God is with you. And you and you. And God is with you. You're gonna have a baby. You're gonna have a baby. You're gonna have a baby. He is God's son. He is God's son. He is God's son."
But how? But how? But how?
Nothing is impossible with God. Nothing is impossible with God. Nothing's impossible with God. I am God's servant. I am God's servant. I am God's servant.
So after that group does the story, then of course there's more kids that want to do it. So what I do is I tell them, okay, who else wants to have a go? And then I tell the people at the front, I said, find someone and give your part to someone else. So you get another 9 kids up the front acting out the story, and they really, really love it. It's important to give the kids a bit of instruction and a bit of a demonstration of what you expect when acting out their part. So this is how I would do it. I'd say, person one, here's your part. Hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. Person two. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Person three. Don't be afraid, Mary. Don't be afraid, Mary. Please don't be afraid, Mary. And so I would do that with each part to give them an idea of how I want them to say their part 3 different ways, 3 different expressions if they can, with some good energy and emotion. And this is when the fun begins. I learned this little technique at the Ignite Children's Ministry Conference, and it has been so wonderful to use with my classes. Another thing that I do as a follow-up, if there's time, is that the Jesus Storybook Bible has a great rendition of this actual biblical story, and it's a great one to follow up at the end if you have time for that. So I hope you like these ideas, and I hope it encourages you to get the kids to connect with the biblical text in a number of different ways. And then they really get to take the story in, and it really becomes powerful and becomes meaningful in their lives. I hope you found these ideas helpful and inspiring, and I've put a lot of links in the description below so you can find additional materials to help you in telling this story. Thanks again for watching, and if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, then please go ahead and do that, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer.